Hello again and welcome. Welcome to 694, class 694 with 3 new books. I'm going to do the 3 new books today. Maybe we'll come back to one of the older books if we have time. If time allows, if time permits. Se dice más if time permits. Si el tiempo permite, se dice if time permits. If time permits. All right. English grammar. La Biblia aquí, otra vez en verso. Yes, the indefinite article, a table, a telephone, a chair, a finger, a book, an apple, an airport, an oven, un horno, an ending, an eve, an evening, una tarde, noche, una velada, an evening, a wonderful evening, an evening, a European problem. European empieza por E, pero sonido EU, Euro. Sonido Y, Y es consonante. A European question. Universal, a universal problem. A university, a unicorn. Un unicornio, vi un unicornio el otro día. Pensaba que no existían. I saw a unicorn the other day. I thought they didn't exist. I saw a unicorn, a university, a universal problem, a European question, a European Commission, una comisión europea en Bruselas, a European Commission, a European. Entonces, sonido de consonante. Ahora, una paz honorable, an honorable, empieza por H, H muda en este caso, entonces es la O quien manda como sonido. Entonces, A, antes sonido de vocal, de consonante, an, delante de sonido de vocal. Remember that. That's the first one. The second one is the definite article, the book. The book. The book is on the table. The table is white. The microphone over there is decorative. The microphone here is for propagating my voice. The. Ahora sí, if the word starts with the sound of a vowel, we say the. The airport, the apple, the other person, the oven, the aftermath, the evening, la velada, the evening, the table, the evening, okay? And finally, the first 3, I'm going through the contents. I'm not going to go into this because it's a reference book for you to explain in Spanish the grammar, similar to the student's manual you had before, which is included here. But the student's manual includes this, but it's designed to go point by point in a class. This is a reference book, de referencia, posterior o anterior. So, and one more. Demonstrative pronouns, what we call in English pronombres demostrativos. Esto, eso, aquello. Okay, this, that. That is eso, that, o aquello, that, that. This, the, Badajoz, the, ada, madrina, Madrid, this, the same phonetic sound. This, that, these, those. These books, those books. This book, that book. That book. These, that. Those are, and these are demonstrative pronouns. And also adjectives. Yeah, this book, that book. All right. Estos son difíciles. These are difficult. Those are easy, etc. All right. Expressions in English. Let's go with expressions. 3 more today. I'm going to do 3 expressions every 2 or 3 classes. On page 6. Wow. 1,000 expressions. Achilles' heel. You say the same in Spanish. Achilles' heel. Do you understand Achilles' heel? Yeah. El talón de Aquiles. Yeah. Heel, H-E-E-L. Heel. Heel. H-E-E-E. H-E-E-L. Heel. Tacón o talón. Talón anatómico o tacón de zapato. The heel. Heel. Achilles was Brad Pitt, remember? Yeah. In Troy. All right. Achilles was a very famous hero in the Iliad. He was a member of the Greek expedition to Troy. And he was invulnerable. Invulnerable. It's impossible. You could not kill him except one place, his heel. Do you know why? ¿Sabes por qué? You don't know why? Okay. Achilles was half God. He was a demigod. He's a demidios. He was half God, half human. His mother knew that if she bathed him in the river Styx, el río Estigia, creo que se dice en español. Estigia, creo se dice en español. The river Styx is the river between the known world and the underworld, el mundo de los muertos. The other, you cross the river Styx. Yes. Now, but the water of the river Styx, the mother knew that if she put the water on her son, Achilles, when he was a baby, he would be invulnerable. Every part of his body would be invulnerable. So she took him to the river Styx, and she dipped him, como un churro, into the river Styx, but she was holding him by his heel, and that part didn't go into the water. You understand? That part didn't go into the water, and she made that mistake. So she dipped to dip those deeps, and she dipped like a churro, into the water, except the heel. And so he was vulnerable everywhere except the heel. And then, during the final battle in Troy, Paris, el que se llevó a la Helena de Troya, Paris, Hera era the wife of Zeus. She told him that Achilles' heel was vulnerable. And so he took an arrow, and Hera guided, I think it was Hera, what Aphrodite, I don't remember, guided the arrow with the help of the goddess into Achilles' heel, and he died. You see. And that's the story, el talón de Aquiles. That's the story of Achilles' heel. It's my Achilles' heel. Yes. Su talón de Aquiles es su vanidad. All right, his Achilles. By the way, every expression has two examples, with the Spanish in Spanish and in English. Dice aquí, su talón de Aquiles es su vanidad. His Achilles' heel is his vanity. Yes. Descubrieron su talón de Aquiles y se aprovecharon. They discovered her Achilles' heel and took advantage. All right, that's one. I'm going to do two more expressions. Actions speak louder than words. Okay. Yes, las palabras se las lleva el viento. Okay, o sea, literalmente en inglés las acciones hablan más alto o con más ruido, con más peso que las palabras. Actions speak louder than words. All right. No lo digas simplemente, hazlo. Las palabras se las lleva el viento. Don't just say it, do it. Actions speak louder than words. And finally, to add another string to your bow. A bow is un arco. A bow and arrow. Remember, bow, B-O-W, bow. Bow también es un lazo. También es pajarito, bow tie. So, that would be corbate de lazo, bow tie. But bow is arco. Arrow, bow and arrow. A bow and arrow, bow and arrow, bow. Yes, to add another string or to have another string to your bow. Añadir una cuerda más a tu arco. Es hacerse de una habilidad más. Now you speak perfect English. Congratulations. You have your university degree. You have good English. Well, you have added an important string to your bow. All right, that's it. We finished with expressions. And finally, gain fluency. Remember, if you didn't see yesterday's class, let me repeat. On page 5 are the instructions. Read the instructions. If you're not willing to follow the instructions, then don't use the book. The book will not be effective. If you follow the instructions, you will speak beautiful English. Well, beautiful. You'll speak effective English in 1 year if you follow the instructions. If you follow the instructions, but please follow the instructions. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A Dios rogando quiero y con el mazo dando, pero hay que dar con el mazo. Ora, elabora, decían los benedictinos. Reza, pero trabaja. Ora, elabora, rema, pero reza, pero rema. Hay que remar. If you want to speak English well and understand English well, but for this book is for speaking, but you have to follow the instructions. Si quieres un milagro con tu inglés, los milagros se consiguen trabajando. All right. If you want a miracle with your English, spoken English, use this book. But you have to follow the instructions. Otherwise, probably no miracle. All right, paragraph number 4. I'm on page 8. Page 8, no? Yeah, page 8. Paragraph number 4. Don't be so pessimistic. You always see the negative side of things. You need to gain more self-confidence. You're a capable person and you need to believe in yourself. Esta persona no se cree en sí mismo. Esta persona en sí misma. Esta persona muy capacitada, pero no se lo sabe, no se lo cree. Don't be so pessimistic. Okay, no seas tan pesimista, chico. Don't be so pessimistic. Don't be so pessimistic. You always see the negative side of things. Como Luis Van Gaal in Barcelona. Siempre negativo, nunca positivo. You know, the reporteros, los periodistas deportivos. He got very angry. El holandés, el muy brutote. Siempre he didn't speak Spanish very well. Siempre negativo, nunca positivo. All right. You always see the negative side of things. You need to gain more fluency, no. You need to gain more self-confidence. Se dice en inglés autoconfianza, confianza propia en uno mismo. You need to gain more self-confidence. You're a capable person, no? You're a capable person. Eres persona capaz o capacitado. Yes. You're a capable person, and you need to believe in yourself. Don't be so pessimistic. Yeah. You always see the negative side of things. You need to gain more self-confidence. You're a capable person. And you need to believe in yourself, right? And you need to believe in yourself. Memorize this paragraph and say it 20 times. Look into the mirror and say it to yourself. Hello, yourself. Yes. Don't be so pessimistic. That means look at yourself. Don't be so pessimistic. Don't be so pessimistic. Hablando en voz alta, uno se hace con el idioma. Yo leí 4 novelas de Pío Baroja en voz alta. Sí, sí. En una habitación en calle Doctor Izquierdo, en la primavera del año 73. Long time ago. Ha llovido mucho desde entonces. All right. Baroja. Because Baroja's style of writing is close to the way of speaking. So si voy a leer algo en voz alta, quiero que sea español hablado y no español literario. All right. And Baroja is more or less, is closer to the spoken language. And so I gained fluency and confidence and power in my Spanish. Don't be so pessimistic. You always see the negative side of things. You need to gain more self-confidence. You're a capable person, and you need to believe in yourself. Buena filosofía aquí. All right, it's good philosophy. Don't you agree? Don't you, Carmen Chu? Okay, paragraph number 5. He doesn't care what happens to us. We're just inputs in the production process. For him, we're like machines that can be replaced anytime. Cortitas los párrafos. He doesn't care what happens to us. Le importa un bledo lo que nos pase. No, le trae sin cuidado. He doesn't care. I don't care. You don't care. She doesn't care. He doesn't care what happens to us, to you and me. He doesn't care what happens to us. He doesn't care what happens to us. We're just inputs. ¿En qué? In the production process. Solo somos inputs, o sea, entradas en el proceso de producción. Yeah, el jefe no nos aprecia como personas. Yeah, he doesn't care. He'll fire us tomorrow if we are no longer useful. So he doesn't care what happens to us. Marcos, you and me, we're just inputs. Somos solamente inputs. Un input es una entrada productiva en el proceso productivo. We're just inputs in the production process. For him, we're like machines that can be replaced anytime. Somos como máquinas que pueden ser reemplazadas, sustituidas en cualquier momento. For him, we're like machines. We're like machines that can be replaced anytime. Or at any time. El at es opcional y casi mejor, pero aquí no está. Can be replaced anytime. Yes. He doesn't care what happens to us. We're just inputs in the production process. For him, we're like machines that can be replaced anytime. Memorize this and say it aloud 1,000 times or at least 5 times. Entre 5 veces y 1,000, eh? Okay. You choose, all right? Boom, bam. You'll gain fluency. And finally, paragraph number 6. Paragraph number 6. Are you ready? It's un poco más largo. The problem with the new system is that it's not very flexible. It doesn't allow us to change the teacher in the middle of the month. And with 400 teachers, this is something we do sometimes. All right, esto es una párrafo aplicable aquí en esta empresa. The problem with the new system, hay un nuevo sistema informático de control. Okay. The problem with the new system is that it's not very flexible. The problem with the new system is that it's not very flexible. It doesn't allow us, no nos permite. It doesn't allow us to change the teacher, el control de profesores, in the middle of the month. In the middle of the month. And with 400 teachers, this is something we do sometimes. Something sometimes. Mucha M. Something sometimes. This is something we do sometimes. Practica esto obligándote a hacer la boca con las M's de something y sometimes. No something. Something is cosa del sol. Sometimes is tiempos de sol. Sometimes, something. The problem with the new system is that it's not very flexible. Yes. It doesn't allow us to change the teacher in the middle of the month. And with 400 teachers, this is something we do sometimes. So the system is not valid for us. Because with 400 teachers, maybe one teacher or 2 teachers every month, we change in the middle of the month. And the system doesn't allow for that. The computer program, the application doesn't allow for that. All right. The problem with the new system is that it's not very flexible. Yes, it doesn't allow us to change the teacher in the middle of the month. And with 400 teachers, this is something we do sometimes. Paragraph number 6. All right. What time is it, Marta? How much time? Oh, we still have a little bit of time. Okay, well, I'm going to go to the translation booklet. Oh my, I have too many books now. Too many books. But let's go to page, translation booklet, on number 11. Translation list number 12, page 200. I can't read it. I think it's 262. 282. 282. All right, are you ready? ¿Cuánto hace que ocurre esto? ¿Cuánto hace que esto ocurre? ¿Cuánto hace que ocurre esto? How do you say that in English? Esto. Esto is this, no? ¿Cuánto hace? How long has this been happening? ¿Cuán largo has this, esto estado ocurriendo? How long has this been happening? How long has this been happening? What? You know, the problem with the pencils. Oh, it's been happening since the very beginning. We have 19 pencils now. We started with 20. Then we went to 19. Then it was 21. Then 20, and then now 19. ¿Cuánto hace que esto ocurre? Okay, ocurre esto. How long has this been happening? All right, desde que entré en la compañía, since I joined the company. I remember. Yeah, you remember? Ella no me paga. You remember that, Marta? Yes. Yeah, he has a problem. No puedo irme a la compañía porque mi jefa no me paga. Yeah, me acosa también. ¿Te molesta mucho ella? Does she bother you a lot? Casi nunca me deja en paz. She hardly ever leaves me alone. She hardly ever leaves me alone. Pues dile que no estás interesado. Well, tell her you're not interested. No me quiere escuchar. She doesn't want to listen to me. Entonces no le hagas caso a ella. Then don't ignore her. Ignore her. Don't pay any attention to her. No es tan fácil. It's not that easy. ¿Qué quiere decir con que no sea tan fácil? O que no es tan fácil. What do you mean it's not that easy? Es ella quien me paga. She's the one who pays me. Ahora empiezo la lista. ¿Hace cuánto que ocurre esto? How long has this been happening? Desde que entré en la compañía. Since I joined the company. Supongo que no hay nada que puedas hacer al respecto. I guess, supongo, cuando es resignación. I guess there's nothing you can do about it. I guess, well, I'm sorry, you have a problem, my friend. I guess there's nothing you can do about it. Supongo que no hay nada que puedas hacer al respecto. Ajo y agua, as they say. You know, grin and bear it. I guess there's nothing you can do about it. What do you mean there's nothing? Of course I need to do something about it. Well, there's nothing you can do about it. Cuando yo tenga suficiente dinero, dejaré la compañía. When I have enough money, when I have, o sea, cuando tengo, indicativo en inglés, no subjuntivo con español, cuando tenga. When I have enough money, I'll leave the company. When I have enough money, when I have enough, fíjate la V de have, cómo se enlaza con enough. When I have enough, have enough, have enough, have enough, have enough. Dos pronunciaciones de la E. Enough, enough. When I have enough money, when I have enough money, when I have enough money, coma, I'll leave the company. Eso me parece una buena idea. That sounds like a good idea. Si es una idea expresada verbalmente que oyes, dices sound. Solemos decir sound. That sounds like a good idea. Eso me parece. Suena una buena idea. That sounds like a good idea. ¿Cuándo esperas tener el suficiente? When do you expect to have enough? Enough money. When do you expect to have enough? Cuando me pague lo que me debe. Ella. When she pays me what she owes me. When she pays me what she owes me. ¿Cuánto te debe? How much does she? La S final de does muere, devorada por la SH de she. Yeah, lo femenino devora siempre. Yes, nos devora. ¿Cuánto te debe ella? How much does she owe you? How much does she owe you? Owe. O-W-E. Oh. Ourense. Oh. How much does she owe you? Me debe 2 mensualidades. She owes me 2 monthly payments. Pagamentos mensuales en inglés. Payments. She owes me 2 monthly payments. ¿Cómo puedes vivir sin ese dinero? How can you live without that money? How can you get by? How can you get by without that money? How can you live without that money? Me apaño. I get by. I get by. ¿Has vendido tus cuadros? Have you sold your paintings? He tenido que vender algunos. I've had to sell some. I've had. He tenido. I've had to sell a few. Unos cuantos. I've had to sell some. All right. ¿Por qué no montas una galería? Well, I'll tell you in the next class. See you tomorrow.